ASTV.
So we're here with Molly, and we've been talking with Molly about germs and the body and how the body fights off germs. But what we want to know is, what specifically are these germs that the body is fighting off?
I'm so glad you asked that, LJ. So germs are actually things like viruses or bacteria that can infect the body, but they can also be really good for your body.
Really?
How?
So a good bacteria is kind of like all of those that live in your stomach. They help you with some little something called digestion. You guys remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Enzymes.
That's right, guys. So those bacteria are literally vital to your survival. So they're what we call good bacteria. Then there are the bad bacteria. Those are the ones that get past our first line of defense, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they infect us. Those are the no good guys. Then there are some that are kind of neutral. They don't really help us. They don't really hurt us. Those are fine, okay? But specifically, we get the disease-causing ones, the bad guys, the bad bacteria. They get past our first level of defense, which, what did we say our first level of defense was?
Your skin,
Skin.
your wall.
Skin, your very own personal moat or wall. That's right. So once a bacteria or a virus gets past your first level of immunity, here comes your second level of immunity, which involves blood cells, specifically white blood cells. You guys know anything about those?
Not really.
Are they white?
They are white. Good job, Carly. So let's take a look right behind you. I've got a sample of some pretty sweet stuff.
What is all that stuff?
Pretty sweet stuff.
That is actually the amount of blood that is in the average person.
Wait,
Ooh, that's a lot of
all
blood.
of those?
Every single one of them,
Put together?
5,600 milliliters. That's right. 24 cups of blood. All that blood is circulating inside you. So let's think about that non-specific cellular response. Remember that word?
Yes.
Non-specific cellular immunity.
That's right. Yes, that's our second level of defense. So let's take a look at exactly what in the world that means. Okay, step over here, you guys. So here we've got an experiment set up that is a model of blood, okay? So this is our patient's blood sample. Does that sound good? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we've got, does this look like the blood that you guys are used to?
It looks rather
It looks
chunky.
Red and chunky. Yeah, so this is a model. So here we've got some red blood cells, right? You like those?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. So we've got some red blood cells, and a healthy person, okay, it's going to have some white blood cells too. So Carly, can you give us a few white blood cells for our patient? Perfect. Oh yeah, just a few. Awesome, so they've got their red blood cells, their white blood cells, a few other things like platelets mixed in there, just going about their business, and then comes the germ. Carly, will you do the honor? Infect that patient.
I'm infecting
Right.
it.
Infection comes, the disease starts spreading. It got past our first line of defense, and so the second line of defense is, what is the second line?
The
Specific
cellular
immunity!
That's right. So LJ, will you go ahead and demonstrate the white blood cells coming into attack?
You know what that means.
3, 2,
Time.
1.
Oh my
White blood cells.
That's right. The white blood cells start taking over. Remember, they do that massive non-specific response where you just get really swollen, right? So this is the second level of immunity. On a molecular level, it looks like this, right? You're not getting covered in white bumps. This is what your blood would look like. Pretty cool?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's kind of what happens in a sample when someone's sick. But another way that a doctor could tell you're sick besides a blood sample is taking a swab. Have you guys ever had a swab done?
I haven't.
When the doctors thought I had strep, they swabbed my throat.
They did, your throat, right? That's exactly right. So they swabbed it, they took the sample, and then they sent it to the laboratory to grow and see what it grows. Okay, that's called culturing. So do you guys want to be doctors for a bit and swab some
You
jars?
know it.
Yeah, all right. So I've prepped some plates with agar, which is a gelatin kind of substance that will grow all the bacteria that your heart could desire. And don't touch it. You're going to get your hand bacteria on there. Come on, man.
Sorry.
Go ahead and grab a clean swab. Pick a surface and use your swabbing technique back and forth. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's going to be good. Okay, and go ahead and plate your culture. Gently across the top. Gentle, gentle. Awesome.
Bacteria.
Awesome. Looks good, guys. Now let's go ahead. Put our lids on immediately. Turn them upside down. I'm going to go put these in the incubator for you guys, okay?
Incubator.
We'll see what happens when we come back.
Hey, we're hanging out with Molly, and so what we want to see is, how did our Petri dishes do?
Ooh, so you guys did a really top-notch job, okay? So let's take a look at what you were able to grow. LJ, here's your Petri dish full of goodness.
Yes.
So you swabbed the floor surface, didn't you?
I did.
Oh, that's good. So Carly, here's yours, and you actually swabbed some railing, right?
I swabbed.
Yeah, somewhere where some hands touch a lot. And I actually took a swab of some different cell phone covers, okay?
Ew.
Yeah. So remember how we talked about that first level of defense? What was that? It was your
Skin.
Your skin,
Your
right?
wall.
So you want to keep these guys out, right? That's its purpose.
Definitely.
But when they get past that, remember what we said our second level of immunity was?
Non-specific cellular immunity.
That's right, you guys got it. So that non-specific cellular immunity is targeting these guys, individual bacteria and germs. Yeah, and so sometimes...
How is it like so grouped together?
That's such a good question. So what's happening here is you have these individual colonies, is what we call them.
Colonies.
Those form when one bacteria starts to divide and multiply. So it starts out as one teeny tiny microorganism and divides and multiplies and becomes a giant colony.
Wow. So do colonies eventually like smush together?
Well, so they might, and that's actually how some gene changes can happen, and you can get some antibiotic resistance and things like that. But in this case, your bacteria were not able to grow long enough to actually meet one another, I don't think. They're pretty far apart. Yeah, so good job. So when these get past our first level of immunity, our second level of immunity kicks in, right? We get all the white blood cells attacking, causing inflammation. That's right. And then if the disease is not taking care of them, do you guys remember what's next?
Not a specific.
Super specific cellular immunity.
That's right. Third level of defense is super specific. So if we're going back to our warfare analogy, right, we had first level of defense was our moat. Right.
Our moat.
Second level of defense was chunking giant rocks, right? Catapults, right? So wiping out non-specific targets. Third level of defense, super specific.
Snipers.
That's right. It's kind of like the archer. He takes his bow and arrow, and his arrow is aimed at one target, one enemy, right?
So it's super specific.
Super specific. So we're actually going to take a look in a sweet exhibit here at the Science Center that simulates this really well. Are you guys ready for a body battle?
Let's
A body
do this.
battle?
Yeah, let's do it.
Wait, hold up. Question.
Okay.
Do I have to fight her?
Not this time.
I mean, we all know I would win.
Okay.
Let's go to the game. I'm gonna go shoot that flu shot.
Eat that healthy food.
Give me all these
Come on,
good
Molly.
teeth here.
Don't be that cavity. I gotta change my positive attitude.
Oh yeah, get plenty of sleep. That's a good one.
I'm gonna handle stress.
Oh man,
I'm gonna get some good healthy food.
Ooh, wash your hair. That's a good
I'm
one.
gonna get me some
I'm gonna blow my
exercise.
nose over there.
Blow your nose. Woo!
Dentist, I gotta go to the dentist. Lost my teeth. Oh, I gotta get some sleep on time.
Oh yeah, eat some better food.
I'm gonna wash my hands after
I'm
a
gonna
cut.
cut my
Probably floss
toenails.
tonight before I go to bed.
I'm gonna wash my feet.
And
Oh, I gotta pull out a thorn in my
food poison. Oh
Oh!
man. Whoa. All right.
I'm gonna floss and
Wow.
brush
I
my
am
teeth.
definitely going to bed early. Woohoo!
Whoa!
All right. Oh, just kidding. All right. Hit that flu shot. Woo! Brush those teeth. On left to handle your stress.
Wow, Molly, that was so tiring and exhausting. I'm so glad my body does
that
this.
for me.
I thought you guys might think so. Immune system, it is pretty sweet stuff.
It really
Good job.
is. So we haven't exactly answered the question, why was LJ sick?
You're exactly right. So we know something breached his first line of defense, right? Got inside his body.
So He must have ate something.
Did you?
Did you?
Well, the day before I got sick, I had cereal and toast.
Okay, cereal.
Well, that's pretty regular.
Yeah, regular, okay.
So then I went into my room and I was just playing Xbox and I found this pizza under my bed, so I ate it.
Okay. LJ, come on!
Pizza.
Why would you
under
eat
your
pizza from under the bed?
What's wrong with pizza under the bed? It's still pizza.
LJ, I think you
Okay.
found your culprit, ingested a little bit of something extra on that pizza.
Okay, do not eat pizza under your bed. But anyways, Molly, we have learned so much about germs and why LJ got sick.
Yeah, good job today, you guys.
Still though, we had a lot of fun learning about jobs, so thank you so much.
Awesome. See you guys next time.
See ya.
Coming up next, we're going to talk about out of this world germs on Adventure Science TV.
We'll be right back.